स्वाध्याय टीवी डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी।
Namaskar. Welcome again in the series of a lecture for the topic of cost accounting. Here we are discussing the topic regarding the cost accounting of operating costing. In operating costing, we were already discussed the three different type of problems. Today I am going to discuss some another type of problem where the problem is like that the few important things are mentioned in this particular problem. That is one, that there are number of vehicles having by the transport company, and these vehicles are actually provide goods transport facilities from one place to another, but they have a different distances also. It is working continuously throughout the day for the whole month. That is the one thing. Second important thing is there is no segregations of the expenditures, whether it is a fixed expenditures or a variable expenditures or a semi variable expenditures. No need to bifurcate it, because of once you are going to refer the question, you will get an idea that the expenditures are, certain expenditures are mentioned clearly with the amount, with the figures. It means that they were not given in the format where we can have some equations, or we need to put some equations to identify the missing item. So, in this question we do not have an expenditures are missing, it is clearly defined in this question. That is the second important thing. And the third important thing, we do not want to calculate the certain amount of kilometers runs actually in this particular services. So, these are the important factors is affected in this particular questions, and that is why I choose this question to explain you how the operating cost is calculated in case of if the certain items and certain things are not given definedly, or maybe it is not required also. So, let us begin with this question in this session. Start with the question number 4, and this is your question. Here the question is little, maybe you can see that the question is very huge, but this question has been divided into three parts. The first part is given on the right hand side, which the text is given. Second part is on the left hand side where the small table is given, and the third part of the question is the down part, that is another table is given, right. So, let us begin with this first part on the right hand side of the presentation. See, the goods transport company has following fleet of trucks. On an average, each truck makes 6 trips. This is your first important item which you need to identify. How many trips? 6 trips. So, here the 6 trips are there, and because of the 6 trips you can identify the how many trips are there in case of per vehicle a day. 6 trips a day, that means that is very important thing. Each vehicle have a minimum 6 trips a day. Each trip covers on an average a distance of 5 kilometers. That is another important another important item which will be helpful for the calculation of effective mileage. Now, each truck carries weights which is only 90% of the capacity. This is the third important thing. How much capacity carried by the vehicle? That means the trucks carried 90% of the capacity of the actual capacity. It means that if the truck is having a 5 ton capacity, it will carry only 90%. So, 5 ton multiplied by 90, it comes to 4.5 ton at the time of each trip. This is the another important item. Now, the fourth important item is taking an annual average, 10% of the trucks are laid up. That is more important, laid up for repairs every day. It means that the 10% trucks is not at all in a working condition, not at all in a working mode. So, now first part, let's discuss first again. There are main important 4 parts. The first part is the company is having a number of trucks, and each trucks is actually working for 6 trips each day, every day. That means the each truck, suppose if they have 50 trucks, then all the 50 trucks have 6 trips each day or every day. The second important thing is this trucks is actually working for all the 30 days. Number of days are 30. The trucks are working for 30 days. Then the another important thing is the distance between the two places. The place number one is where the actual they are taking a goods loading, and then somewhere they are going to unload it. So from the trucks are loading the goods to unload the place. The distance between the two places is 5 kilometers. So it means the 5 kilometers per trip you can consider. Then the second important thing is the company is having a 90% of the capacity of each truck. It does not mean that the company is carried for all the trucks are carried with the full ton capacity. Their trucks are not carried the goods with the full ton capacity. It's only carried a 90% of the capacity. It means whichever the trucks having a different capacity, they carried only 90%, not full, right? And another important thing is the total number of trucks are whatever so number, but only 90% of the trucks are only working on each day. It means that the 10% of the total trucks are not in a working condition. It means it may be a lay down for a repairs, maintenance or any other issues. So this is your first part of the question, where we need to identify these 4 items. This would be helpful for the calculation of effective mileage. Now moving to the second part of the question, then the second part of the question is this table. Now see this table, the number of trucks are given here on the left hand column, and in front of the number of trucks their capacities of the tons is given, right. So here in case of they have a different type of 4 types of trucks which having a different capacities, and their number of trucks are also different. So now see the first different capacity, which actually having a capacity of carried capacity is 5 ton, and the company is having a 25 trucks of 5 ton capacity. Then second is the 4 ton capacity, where the company is having a 25 trucks of 4 ton capacity. Then the third is 3 ton capacity, where the company is having a 60 trucks of 3 tons capacity, and the fourth one is the 2 ton capacity, where the company is having 40 trucks of this. In all, the company is having almost 150, not almost, they have 150 trucks, 25, 25, 60 and 40. The total number of trucks are 150, and their different capacities are also there. Now very important part is after this, just see the right hand side, this fourth sentence, taking an annual average of 10% of the trucks are laid up for repairs every day. It means that 150 trucks are there, but 10 persons are laid up for repairs every day. It means at every day company is having only 135 trucks in a working condition. More than 135 trucks are not in a working condition. It means the company can take and use of loading and unloading of goods from one place to another place only 135 trucks only, because of the 10% of the trucks are not in a working condition. And now the constructing work is carried on a daily basis. The monthly charges are incurred as follows. Now see, these are the expenses incurred for providing this such type of services. These are the expenses. All are expenses only for using this effective transcript or for the transparency presentations. All the expenditures are tried to manage in the one slide only. Otherwise, all are the expenses only. It does not mean this is left side or right side. Don't take it in another way. All are expenses only. So the salary of the superintendent, then the salary of a transport foreman, wages for drivers, wages for laborers, consumable stores, petrol, oil and grease, cost of tires, tubes and allocations, rent of garage, gas and electric charges, miscellaneous expenses and overhead charges. These are the expenses. Now see all these expenses, if you identified few expenses are not given clearly, like one, wages is not clearly given. Wages is given on the basis of per driver. Here it is clearly mentioned each driver would get 200 rupees per day or maybe per month, but the number of drivers are 150. That means when you want to find out the number of how much amount of wages paid by the company, you need to multiply this two data. 200 rupees multiplied by 150 drivers. The same way you see on the this side, the salaries of 4 transport foremen each foreman will get 500 rupees. So when you want to get an idea how much total foreman's salary, you need to multiply 500 rupees multiplied by number of foremans. The same way you can calculate the wages for laborers also. There are 300 laborers, each laborers get 100 rupees salary. So total amount of wages would be multiplied 300 into 100. Remaining all cost, if you are going to identify all cost, all remaining costs are clearly defined, including petrol, oil, cost of tires and tubes and other things. And the last sentence, assuming that a month consists of 30 days, that means this is another important item for calculation of the effective mileage, 30 days. So this is what the third part of the question. So now we just try to understand the important thing is, there are many expenditures incurred for providing the such services. Few expenses are not clearly defined, like a foreman's salary, driver's salary, supervisor's salary, then the other people who are going to helping out the providing the services, their number of laborers are there. So these are the people who are actually working in the company and they got some amount of salary per month, maybe per day, but how many workers are there? So on the basis of that, the total amount of expenditures, respective expenditures can be identified. For that we need to multiply both the datas. That's the one thing. Second important thing is, as I already mentioned, beginning of the part of the question is, there are three important things in this question. The first is, this question is little bit different because of the actual mileage and effective mileage is not required to calculate both the things, because of the expenditures, certain expenditures are not mentioned in that way, like oil and grease, like petrol, like diesel expenditures, then the tires and tubes allocation expenditures, repairs and maintenance expenditures. These are the variable expenditures, is generally always calculated on the basis of the actual mileage runs by the particular vehicle. But here the actual mileage is not required because of all expenditures are clearly defined, the how much amount of expenditures are incurred. So that is why actual mileage is not required to calculate. Second important thing is, the part of the expenditures are not going to segregate. We will not separate the expenditures, fixed, variable and semi-variable. All expenditures are going to write together only or at a stretch only. We will not separate it. So that means we prepared this operating cost statement at a stretch. We will not separate it whether this is fixed expense or on a variable expenses. So this is a part of a summary of this question. Now let's begin for the solution of this question and start the solution of this question. The solution, it begins like this. Here, see the first working, how this actual calculated the total monthly ton kilometers. Why here it is used the monthly ton kilometers? Because of it is a goods transport services, and that's why it's used a ton kilometer. So here we will find out the ton kilometer, but for calculated ton kilometer, we need to find out first how much capacity is carried by the trucks. Now see, here the first you see this data. How you find out this data? Truck capacity can be identified with the how many trucks you have. Second, what is their capacity also. So we need two important informations, the number of trucks and their ton capacity, carried capacity. So multiplication of the number of vehicles with their capacity, and after that the multiplied by the how many kilometers runs between this mileage. So or maybe the number of trips, the how many trips they have per day. So this is the multiplications where you can identify their total capacity. So we actually try to segregate the two things. Before we calculated the total ton kilometers, we try to find out the how much ton capacity is carried by the all the trucks. So see the working and find out the capacity. For that we need to see the question once again. See here on the left hand side, the first table, 25 trucks and their capacity is 5 ton. So here first multiplication is 25 trucks multiplied by 5 ton plus second information is 25 trucks and their capacity is 4 ton. So the multiplication of 25 trucks multiplied by 4 tons. Then the third capacity is different, that there is 60 trucks are there, but their capacity is 3 tons. So 60 multiplied by 3. And the another capacity is 2 tons capacity, there we have a 40 trucks and 40 trucks multiplied by 2 ton capacity. The multiplication between the each capacity carried trucks or with their number of trucks, and then the total of these multiplications are multiplied by the number of trips. how many trips they have per day. Here it is written 6 trips a day, which actually it is consideration a part of 6 trips. It is actually the consideration of the how many trips are there, that is the 6 trips are there. So, here the 125, that is the multiplication of a first part, then the 100, then the third is 60 into 3, it is 180, and 40 into 2, that is 80. If you are going to multiply this, this would be available at around 400, and the total it comes to 485. So, here the 485 multiplied by 6 trips, which you approximately calculated, it is 2910 tons per day. Here you need to change it, it is not a 5 trips, it is a 6 trips. So, just make a correction, your multiplication is right only, that is 2910 tons. When you are going to multiply it with this total of the this capacity, your answer is 2910 tons per day. This is your first part of the calculation from this table. So, we find out the capacity carried by the total trucks, and this capacity is multiplied by the first item, that is 6 trips. Alright, now we will move to calculate the second part, that is calculate of a monthly ton kilometers. And how you can calculate it, the monthly ton kilometers? For that we have a formula. The first is what we find out earlier, that is ton kilometers. So, first item is tons, that is per day, multiplied by their capacity. Now, see this right hand side, what is their capacity? Each truck carries weight which is only 90% capacity. So, first is capacity is 90%, then the third is working trucks. So, that means the working trucks, it means how many trucks are going to work on an each day, where we have in one sentence that taking an annual average, 10% of the trucks are laid up for the repairs every day. It means the 90% of the trucks are working. We have 100, maybe 100% minus 10%. So, it comes a 90% of the trucks are going to work every day. Multiply by their kilometers, distance, how much distance between these two places, or what is the distance of each trip, that is 5 kilometers. So, here the distance of each trip is 5 kilometers, and how many number of days is working, and the last line we assume that there are 30 days on a monthly, in a month working for a particular transport services. So, now we will have a multiplication of 2910 tons in the first working we calculated, then 90% of their capacity, 90% of the working condition of the trucks each day, multiplied by distance of each trip, that is 5 kilometer, and then the number of days it works by this transport company, that is 30 days, and their multiplication it comes 3,65,565 ton kilometers. This is your main important part of your calculation. After this calculation only, you can determine the how the amount of expenditures are incurred, which you can put it into the specific format, and the total amount of operating cost you can find out. And the total amount of operating cost would be divided by this total ton kilometers, which would be your answer, that is your per ton kilometer costing, operating cost for the providing a services. This is what they actually asked to find out, but the working is more important rather than the second part of the problem. Why? Because of this, on the basis of this working only, we would be determine the cost per ton per kilometer. Now, here, now what are the other important things in this question? The important part of this question, as I already mentioned, that we did not find out the actual mileage because of the expenditures are clearly defined. Second important thing is there is no need to bifurcate the expenditures because of the all expenditures are given at a stretch, and we need to find out the total expenditures or a total operating cost. Now, see the answer and how it was actually calculated, the operating cost statement. This is a statement of operating cost sheet, and the total ton kilometers, actually here it is written that 3,65,565 kilometers here on the right hand side corner. I just where the point mark is clearly given, that the 3,65,565 kilometers, it is the something which we need to calculate it. Now, here you see the expenditures, you can take it from the question, the expenses are taken from here. Salaries of superintendent is given 1,000, straight away you can write because of the expenditures are clearly defined, salaries of superintendent. Now you can take it another expenditures, the salary of 4 transport foremen, and each foreman would get 500 rupees. So now we need to calculate it the how much foreman salary. Foreman salaries, there are 500 rupees per foreman and there are 4 foremen. So that's why the 2000 rupees it's a foreman salary. Then the third item is the driver's wages, where you can find out the 150 rupees or maybe 150 drivers. We need to confirm it how many drivers are there. Yes, 150 drivers are there and each driver is getting 200 rupees salary. So now see here, the 150 drivers multiplied by 200 rupees, the total amount of driver salaries comes to 30,000 rupees. Then the next is laborers. There are 300 laborers and each laborers are getting 100 rupees salary. The total amount of laborers wages is 30,000. Then after the laborers expenditures, see the question, all expenses are clearly defined, whether it is petrol, consumable, oil, cost of tires and tubes. So all expenditures are written as it is, which was given in the question. Consumable stores, whatever it is given, write down here. Cost of fuel also, oil and grease, cost of tires and tubes, rent of garage, gas and electric charges, miscellaneous expenses and overhead charges. So these are the expenses clearly defined, where the expenses amount is clearly defined, and that's why it is written as it is in this particular format. And write down here, as you see the comparison between the last problem and this problem, you can easily identify it. In the last problem we write expenditures separately, fixed and variable. Here we did not done it. If you want to do it, you can do it, where the salaries of superintendent, it's your fixed expenses, foreman salary, it is your fixed expenses, driver's wages, it is also a fixed expenses, laborers wages, it's also a fixed expenses. Why it is fixed? Because of here it is not given per trip, per day, per hour, like that, and that's why it's considered a fixed expenses. Consumable stores, fixed expenses. Cost of fuel, it's a variable expenses. Perhaps it is given total amount, it is a variable expense because of the fuel is always considered on the basis of the running per vehicle, and that's why it's a variable expenses. Oil and grease is also variable expenses because of it is also calculated on the basis of running per vehicle. Cost of tires and tubes is also variable expenses, which is to be calculated on the basis of vehicle running. Rent of garage, it's a fixed expenses. Gas and electric charges, that is also a fixed expenses. Miscellaneous is fixed expenses. Overhead charges, it's depend on the what type of overhead charges are calculated. On the basis of that, it would be calculated maybe a fixed or variable, but if it is not mentioned, you can straight away taken as a fixed expenses. So after that, in all, when you are going to find out the total expenditures, your total expenditures are here 3,53,565, and after that you can find out the cost per ton kilometers, that is 3,53,565 divided by 3,53,565. It shows your answer is per rupee, that is rupee 1 per ton kilometer. So 1 rupee per ton kilometer on the basis of this calculation. So we calculated this on the basis of the certain criteria. How it is comes 1 rupee? Because of the total expenditures is like that. The total ton kilometer is also 3,53,565, distributed the whole ton kilometers by the total expenditures. So per kilometer its cost is 1 rupee. It means that one vehicle carried with their efficient capacity runs between the trips for each day, for each kilometer, it costed only 1 rupee. It means that if you want to identify the how many kilometers it runs per day, if it is runs 5 kilometers, their cost is 5 rupees per ton kilometer. If it carries 5 tons, then it would be at 25 rupees. If it is carries 100 tons, then it would be a 500 rupees. So why we calculated per ton per kilometer? Because of if you find out the per ton per kilometer, automatically you can find out the other answers also, where you need to just simply multiplications of the efficient capacity of the actual output of cost, output of operating cost. So operating cost multiplied by the capacity carried by the truck, which they runs between the two places, multiply it and you can get an answer. So this is the way you can determine the operating cost in case of if the not required the actual mileage and effective mileage, No segregation is required where the fixed expenses, variable expenses or semi-variable expenses, where the certain expenditures are clearly defined whether it is variable, but the total amount of variable expenses is clearly defined, where some missing items are not available, and the amount of expenditures and number of vehicles are runs on the basis of their capacity as well as their working condition. So, in this regard you can solve this question like this. This is what I want to tell you in this problem regarding this change of the operating cost statement. Now, the next lecture onwards we will try to find out some other type of services and how their services operating cost can be calculated. We will try to find out. There are many other services which we can actually consider under the operating cost statement, like hotel, hospitals, canteens, theaters, like that. So, we will see to it how their operating cost statement and operating costing can be calculated one by one. So, next lecture or next session onwards we will see some other services also for their calculation of operating cost statement. Thank you very much. Namaskar. स्वाध्यायः परमं तपः।
स्वाध्याय टीवी